Hello, hoping you're well today. A lot of people have been asking about spirit guides, and there has been a meditation probably somewhere near the beginning of my channel, but I'm going to do one again for all the new people coming and for everybody asking. So this is journey work, okay? So I'd like you just to settle yourself down comfortably, and I'd like you to imagine that you are looking at a tree, a nice big thick trunked tree, and as your eyes reach the ground you can feel movement from your own feet as you spread beautiful golden roots out of your body and down past your hips and your knees into the ground below you, downwards and downwards and downwards, pushing through the soil and the rocks, deeper and deeper, until those roots push down to the very center, to the very core of the earth, where they find a giant stone to wrap themselves around. And then take a breath. And for those who struggle with roots, just imagine placing your feet onto a great big rock. Just put your feet on top of it and feel it underneath you. And know that you are grounded. I'm going to pop that right underneath you there. And then imagine that a spinning disc of light, love and protection emerges from the heavens and enshrouds you in a beautiful orb of love, light and protection. Take a breath in and release. Well done. Okay. So as I wipe you down with this selenite, I'd like you just to imagine that you are in a room of your choosing. We're going to call this your sacred space. And it is a place where only you can go. And in this room, I'd like you to place a couple of objects as well as anything else that you think of. I'd like a shower in one corner, comfortable chair to sit on before and after journeys, and somewhere on the other side of the room to the shower is a doorway leading to the astral levels. We're going to go and sit down on that comfortable chair. We're going to open the energy centers of your body. So just getting all of my crystals out. I'd like you to imagine beautiful red flower bud at the bottom of your spine, glowing and growing and opening up the Muladhara with its 4 lotus petals, and feel that energy center, or imagine it releasing a red energy into your protection bubble. We're going to move up to the sacral, and we're going to imagine an orangey. This is Mukite, orangey flower bud, glowing, growing and spinning into life. releasing any excess energy into your protection layer. Put that down in front of you now. And then we're going to move up to the solar plexus, where a beautiful yellow flower bud glows and grows and unfurls its petals, opening the I Am center and releasing any excess energy into the mix. And now we're going to move up to the heart center, where a pink flower bud starts to unfurl its petals, watching as the petals open and the center starts spinning to release a pink energy into your protection layer. Now up to your throat chakra, where a light blue flower bud starts to open. This is Amazonite. Watch as the petals open and the center starts spinning, releasing its energy to mix and merge with the other colours swirling around your protection layer. On up to the third eye, where a deep indigo flower bud, the colour of the midnight sky, glows, grows and opens the two petals of the Ajna, the third eye chakra. It too releases its energy into the mix. And finally, to the white 1,000-petal lotus on the top of your head, unfurling all of those petals to open up the crown center on top of your head. Its energy too gets released to mix and merge with all of the other colours swirling around your bubble, creating your own unique bubble of light. Taking a breath in and releasing now as all of the energy centres spin into life, getting you ready for the journey ahead. So, in your mind's eye, stand up and walk across your room to the shower. Step in and turn it on, and a beautiful golden energy cascades out, washing your auric field clean, twisting and turning, cleansing and clearing under its light. Any annoyances, any worries, any pain and hurt from the last week, just let the water wash it off you, and look down at your feet as the dirty water disappears down the plug hole, to be transmuted in Mother Earth's own good time, cleansing, clearing, enabling you to make way for new, hopefully better and more calming emotions. Take a breath in and release. Okay, well done. So we've now grounded, we've protected, we've opened up the energy centers in a safe way, and this is what I teach my students. Now we're going to walk across the room to the doorway And we're going to step through it, closing it behind us, and we've entered an ethereal world. It's a beautiful garden with all manners of shapes, of trees and of flowers. There are the tree symbols from the Irish Owen. Amazing colours that you may never have seen. And there are 3 steps in this garden leading down onto a pathway of rose quartz, and you walk down those steps 1, 2 and 3. You alight at the bottom and you start walking along this rose quartz pathway through these formal and very colourful gardens. And with every step you see the wonder and the beauty around you. You feel the adventure. For life is an adventure. Be ready for the unexpected and make the most of all of these opportunities as we just clear out anything which no longer serves you. Up ahead, you see a figure standing by a gateway. Don't worry if you can't see them, just trust that they are there. And it may be one, it may be more than one. It may be an angel, it may be a normal looking person, it may be a god or a goddess, or it may be an animal, very individual. Just trusting they're there. You may not see their face completely, clearly, or you may feel an energy, that is fine. But just imagine greeting each other warmly, and the guide will open the gate for you to step through onto the other side. And you close that gate behind you. As you greet each other warmly with gratitude, and count your blessings today. Your guide takes your hand and you start walking further down the crystal pathway. Use this opportunity if you have any questions. You may wish to ask your guide's name. But don't worry if you can't hear it. I called my guide my spirit name for about 12 years before I realised. I think they answer to anything nice, a bit like me. Just gonna let the music lighten your auric field. pathway curves around, and when it straightens out in front of you is a large lake with a beach and an island in the middle. There is a boat tethered, tied up to one of the trees further down on this little cove, which you can use to visit the island at another time when you come here. But for now, your guide guides you towards a tree trunk where it looks like someone has had a campfire. You sit down, looking at your feet, noticing that the ground has some smooth pebbles, but also is sandy. As your eyes look along the bay, you can see where the shoreline is. Your guide tells you to go and to choose a stone. You pick one of the smooth pebbles, and your guide gives you a piece of chalk. Telling you to write an emotion upon the stone that you don't want to feel anymore. So you write upon your stone, and your guide then tells you to go and stand on the edge of the shoreline and to hold that stone to your heart and to cast that stone as far as you can into the lake. It thuds and plunks, and you watch as the ripples move out as your stone now plummets into the depths to be cleansed by the water. And instantly your shoulders feel a little bit lighter, a little shake, as you have lessened that emotion. And now you pick up a lucky stone. A lucky stone is a stone with white bands around it. Excuse my cat having a scratch over there. And once again you are given the piece of chalk to write a wish upon this stone. And again your guide says, cast it out. Throw your wish stone out into the lake. Again, plunk. And the ripples move out. Guide tells you to take a breath in and feel the manifestation in your solar plexus as I draw in an abundance symbol into that solar plexus, and it looks just like this. Mara Mara, Mara. Your guide reminds you to count your blessings and to say thank you to the universe when it responds generously. Your guide also reminds you to say thank you for those things that you do have, because you have many blessings. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you open to receive love and plenty into your life. Your guide then smiles at you, a beautiful, benevolent smile of love, as a mother would smile with unconditional love to a child. Just drawing the Chakra over you now, as your guide leads you again down to the water's edge, where there is a flat rock that you can kneel down upon and look into the water at your very own reflection. See how beautiful you really are. You may be surprised at what you see. This is your own true self. Your guide reminds you that the imperfections within you make you perfect. Sigh in, breathing in the gratitude and breathing out the generosity. It's going to soothe those temples. Take that love that your guide brings you right down to your heart. And we draw hearth. Hearth. Meaning love. Hearth. Sigh in again, breathing in gratitude and breathing out generosity. And now your guide gives you a gift. Anything at all, whatever you see or whatever comes into your mind, go with it. Maybe a word, it may be an emotion, it may be something completely different. If you are unsure of what it is, you may ask. And now it is time for us to go home. Your guide makes sure that you have your gift and starts to lead you back away from the beach and the island, telling you to come back to see them anytime. Now that you know the way. as you walk back through the brightly coloured gardens, a peace and a knowing descends upon you. You feel contented because you know you have helpers. And you know you have this place of safety to come into. Maybe in your coffee break. Maybe when you get a bit worried and fraught. Maybe as you start to fall asleep. This little inner world can be your sanctuary, these beautiful gardens. But your guide reminds you that you must always ground. You must always protect before you do anything spiritual and after. Now you have reached the steps leading to your sacred space. Your guide makes sure that you have your gift. Tells you to come back to see them really soon. They draw the Raku symbol, which looks like a double lightning strike, down at you to make it easier to separate from them as you turn and walk up your steps. 1, 2, and 3. You open the doorway and come back through into your room. And you go and sit down on the chair, putting your gift down next to you. You push those roots down out of your body again. Golden roots down into the ground below you. Or you find this rock and you put your feet upon it. Downwards and downwards and downwards they grow deeper and deeper until they root into the crystal and the mineral veins of inner earth. And now we would like to thank our guides and helpers and ask them to step back from us. As we close the energy centers down, I want you to imagine a stop sign over your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, your sacral, and your base. Imagine sending all excess energies down to Mother Earth for her healing. And then imagine a navy blue sleeping bag is being zipped over you. Take a breath in, peace above you, peace below you, and peace all around you. Thank you for coming today, and I hope this has been helpful for you. We've balanced the chakras, we've met our guides. And another time you come and do this meditation, a different guide may show up, because we do have many others as well. They come in, they come out, they go and help friends and family. They also come in with interests. For instance, if you're researching Native American. You might get a Native American who shows up. If you're interested in China, you might have a Chinese guide. So on and so on. Some people only ever get animals. That is fine too. But you can also use this visualization to meet your angels. So use this as a template and know that this is exactly what I teach my students in Reiki. To meditate and journey responsibly. Now take a breath and let the scene of your space fade away. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and bring yourself back into this world, back into this timeline, and back into your room.